10 जुलाई 2020, जी हाँ, यही वो दिन था जब भारत को एक नई राष्ट्रीय शिक्षा नीति 2020 मिली। यह राष्ट्रीय शिक्षा नीति जब से आई है तब से अलग अलग विश्वविद्यालयों ने यह प्रयास किया है कि इसका कैसे क्रियान्वयन किया जा सके। आज हम उस मोड़ पर आ चुके हैं जब इस नीति को आए हुए लगभग 5 वर्ष पूरे होने जा रहे हैं। हर विश्वविद्यालय ने अपने अपने स्तर पर प्रयास किए। डॉक्टर हरिसिंह गौर विश्वविद्यालय ने भी बहुत प्रयास किए। इसमें कई बैठकें भी की, कई वर्कशॉप्स किए, कई आयोजन किए, कई सेमिनार किए, कई एक्सपर्ट्स को बुलाया और उसका निचोड़ ये निकला कि आज डॉक्टर हरिसिंह गौर विश्वविद्यालय एनईपी के क्रियान्वयन के चौथे वर्ष में है। जी हाँ, चौथा वर्ष। इसका मतलब है कि हमारे छात्र, जो एनईपी कहती है कि 4 ईयर अंडर ग्रेजुएट प्रोग्राम, उसमें हमारे छात्र आ चुके हैं। आज ये आवश्यक है कि हम जानें कि इस पूरी नीति को हम पूरी तरह से कैसे क्रियान्वयन कर सकते हैं। मुझे लगता है कि अलग अलग विश्वविद्यालयों ने इस पर बहुत काम किया है, लेकिन डॉक्टर हरिसिंह गौर विश्वविद्यालय ने एक छोटा सा और एक नया प्रयास किया है। इस नए प्रयास में जो राष्ट्रीय शिक्षा नीति उच्च शिक्षा के लिए ख़ास तौर पर कहती है, जो 11 एट्रीब्यूट्स हैं, उन पर आधारित ये एक 10 वीडियोस की एक सीरीज़ का एक निर्माण हमारे ही विश्वविद्यालय के EMRC स्टूडियो ने किया है। और इन वीडियोस के माध्यम से हमने छात्रों के बारे में भी चर्चा की है, हमने शिक्षकों के बारे में भी चर्चा की है, हमने गवर्नेंस के बारे में भी हमने कुछ चर्चा की है, इक्विटी एंड इंक्लूजन ऑफ एजुकेशन, इसके बारे में भी हमने चर्चा की है, इंटरनेशनलाइजेशन ऑफ एजुकेशन की भी चर्चा की है, भाषाओं के बारे में भी चर्चा की है। और हर शिक्षक को पुस्तक लिखने और पढ़ने का बहुत शौक़ होता है। इसी क्रम में हमारे विश्वविद्यालय के शिक्षकों द्वारा अभी जब ज्ञान कुंभ में 4 पुस्तकों का विमोचन किया गया था और अभी 5 वर्ष पूरे होने पर हमारे शिक्षकों द्वारा ही 12 पुस्तकें फिर आने वाली हैं। मुझे पूरी आशा है कि शिक्षा नीति के अलग अलग पहलुओं पर जो चर्चा की गई है वो समस्त हमारे देशवासियों के लिए, समस्त शिक्षकों के लिए बहुत लाभकारी होगी। मैं ये भी बोलना चाहूँगी कि ये जितने भी वीडियोस बनाए गए हैं या जितनी भी पुस्तकें लिखी गई हैं, ये बाइलिंगुअल हैं, कुछ इंग्लिश में हैं और कुछ हिंदी में हैं, जिससे कि पूरे देश में इनका उपयोग किया जा सके। आज आईटी को लेकर हम कैसे पूरे शिक्षा में एक बदलाव लेकर आ रहे हैं, क्या क्या शिक्षा जगत में बदलाव होने चाहिए और कैसे अलग अलग शिक्षण संस्थाएं अपने लेवल पर राष्ट्रीय शिक्षा नीति का क्रियान्वयन कर सकेंगे, इसके बारे में अलग अलग एपिसोड्स में अलग अलग शिक्षकों के साथ एक ये चर्चा की गई है। मुझे लगता है कि इन वीडियो के माध्यम से हमारी जितनी भी शिक्षण संस्थान हैं वो अवश्य ही लाभान्वित होंगे और आगे आने वाले समय में जो भी कमियां रह गई हैं इसके क्रियान्वयन में, उनको पूरा करने में हम अवश्य ही सफल होंगे। मैं डॉक्टर हरिसिंह गौर विश्वविद्यालय की ओर से आप सभी को इन 5 वर्ष पूरे होने पर बहुत शुभकामनाएं देती हूं और आशा करती हूं कि आप जिस मिशन पर लगे हुए हैं उसमें अवश्य ही सफल हों। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
Dear friends, very good morning. Education is not the learning of fact, but the training of the mind to think. These inspiring words by Albert Einstein beautifully capture the essence of the meaningful education. With this vision, Government of India has launched the National Education Policy 2020, which emphasizes on vocational education. In this context, today we privilege to have with us distinguished academician, visionary leader, great academician, great scientist, Professor Neelima Gupta ji, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Harisingh Gaur, Vishwavidyalaya Sagar. Today we are discussing about the topic of professional education, reimagining vocational education. So, as per the NEP, the government has launched in 2020. So, as per the NEP, they emphasize on vocational education. So, today, Madam with us, she may share the various aspects of the vocational education. Madam, first question on the vision of the vocational education. So, how do you interpret the NEP 2020 vision for integrating vocational education into mainstream education? and what impact do you foresee on the student career readiness?
Well, today we are discussing a lot about vocational education, and since NEP 2020 came into practice in the year 2020, we started thinking more about vocational education. In fact, we were implementing this vocational education as per the policy of the University Grants Commission, but it was mainly confined to the 11th and 12th standard at the school level. After 8th level, when the students, we found that some of the students, they are not getting well along with their studies, they opted for vocational education. And then when they opted for vocational education after 12th, they had no possibilities. So now when NEP 2020 came, they started thinking as how we can amalgamate this vocational education of the school into higher education. If we try to analyze this from the international perspective, we find that in USA it is about 52% of vocational education which is being imparted, and in Germany it is about 75%, whereas in a very small country like Korea it is 96%. And where are we? We are at 5%. So that is really a very low figure. So that is the reason perhaps I think that during NEP the government of India decided that we should lay more focus on vocational education, and this is more important for us as compared to the countries which I named just now, because here we have an overpopulated youth. It is number one in the world, and secondly we have a lot of unemployment. So I feel that if we promote vocational education through NEP 2020, the students, your question was that how it is going to affect their career. I feel that it will provide a wonderful opportunity for our students to go in for vocational education and to become self-reliant.
Okay, ma'am. So NEP 2020 wants to remove the difference between the academic subject and the vocational subject. So how do you think that that will change the mindset of the pupil on vocational education?
That is a good question, because so far we have a clear demarcation between the students who are going in for vocational education and those who are going in for traditional education or the academic education as they call it. But now it is the time, through NEP we are trying to mix up the two, and we are trying to inculcate this vocational education into the mainstream, because when we find the students who are coming for higher education, they are hardly coming from vocational education. All of them, they are from traditional education, and the vocational education students, they just put a stop after their 12th, because there are no possibilities for going in for higher education. So I feel that through NEP it provides an excellent opportunity as to how vocational education can climb up. Like we have a graduate student who can go in for post graduation, can go in for PhD, but for vocational students we hardly find that. They do 12th, they take some vocational education, and that is the end of this story, and they start doing some small job, one or the other. So through NEP I think they will be able to climb the ladder and they will become more excellent in vocational education.
Okay, ma'am. So one more question, ma'am. Can vocational education provide an alternative path for those who cannot pursue the traditional education?
Right, right. Definitely it can, because now we have as I just said, that through this NEP we have a possibility. A few years back, I remember when I was Vice Chancellor at Kanpur, I started BVOC courses, that is Bachelor in Vocational Education. So this is also a possibility where we can inculcate this vocational education, not only vocational education, but I also started this step in step out, which NEP 2020 now provides. So if we go in for this vocational education, it may be either through BVOC programs or it may be through any other program where we can take these students in and they can go in for higher education.
Okay, ma'am. So there are some questions related to the implementation part. NEP 2020 emphasized the collaboration between universities for vocational and certificate program. Our universities has also collaborated with some other universities. So what model or best practice do you recommend it for effective partnership?
You are very true. We have started this partnership especially with Central University of Himachal Pradesh, and the Vice Chancellor was here with us some time back, and we decided as to how we can take up vocational education. And when we talked about partnership, it was vocational education on which we stressed. So, we have chosen like 5 different vocational programs, and the best way out is to see which vocational program is better in our university or in their university. So, based on that we can pick and choose these vocational programs, and our students can go to Central University of Himachal Pradesh, or their students can come here, and this will be basically for the purpose of skill development.
Right, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. So, whenever we talk about the vocational education, so government are focusing on internship and apprenticeship program.
Right, right.
So, in what way do internship and apprenticeship help bridges the gap between the theoretical knowledge and the practical skills of for a student?
I would say we are a step behind, because when we talk about apprenticeship or we talk about internship, we are referring to our traditional program, and through that program we are saying that our students, they will go to some industry or to some institute, and they will do some internship or they will acquire apprenticeship. So, that is definitely it helps our students, but I think we need a little bit more of this industry academia collaboration and relationship, so that our students in addition to their internship, they can benefit more with respect to skill education, and the very purpose of vocational education can be fulfilled.
Rightly, ma'am. So, ma'am, one of the feature of the NEP, it is a blended education. So, what are the main objective behind the online and blended education learning for enhancing professional learning?
I must say, I must be thankful to COVID-19, because during that time we were all panicky that COVID-19 has come, and what should we do about our education. And I remember having a lot of meetings with the government as to what we should do. But then this blended learning came in just like a boom. And today we are very fortunate that we are adopting this online learning methodology. With respect to vocational education, I would say that some of our students, they are not able to attend regular classes, or some of our students, they are in rural areas, or some of our students are in smaller institutions. They do not have access to vocational education. So, I feel that this online mode of education gives an equity, it gives an access to those deprived students who cannot come in for their regular classes.
Right, ma'am. So, ma'am, because we are talking about the blended education, so UGC has also launched the SWAYAM portal. So, how has the SWAYAM platform transformed access to professional and vocational education in India?
I think it is a very big advantage for our students, because this is a free platform, and our students, they can become enrolled. And as far as I remember, there are more than 5 crore registrations as on date, and through the SWAYAM portal, I think more than 16,000 courses are running. So, now our students, they have a very wide option. It is not only providing education or access of education to those students who are not present at that physical point or that institution or that university, but also to those students who are not linked up with any educational institution. So, and the second thing is that there is a very wide variety of options. So, the student can simply open the SWAYAM portal, and through the SWAYAM portal they can just scroll down and see what are the possibilities, what are their courses, and they can just take up those courses, and they can learn something, because it is not only through lectures, through tutorials, through examinations, everything is being done on the SWAYAM portal. So, I think that this is a very good platform, especially for vocational education students, because they are not having an access to that particular university, and this provides them an opportunity to gain skill through the SWAYAM portal itself.
Right, ma'am. Ma'am, one more thing. Actually, UGC has launched 2021 regulation. So, as per that regulation, 40% credit transfer from SWAYAM books.
Right.
So, how can a university maximize the student engagement and recognition of these courses?
Awareness. I would say that our students are not much aware. And here in our university also, I have been stressing this point with our officers here also, that some of our students, they do not yet know that what are the opportunities which are present there. So, since it is a wonderful opportunity and 40% of their credits, they can be transferred, I would say that the universities, they need to make more awareness and acquaint their students, especially most of the universities, they have these orientation programs. So, during these orientation programs, they can be made aware of this possibility that they can take up these courses.
Right.
So, in doing so, it would be having a wide acceptability. And once the student becomes aware of the SWAYAM portal, I am sure that he or she will definitely adopt. And one difficulty which we were facing earlier was that these SWAYAM examinations were being done on different dates, and I myself spoke it out with the ministry in several meetings. And now the SWAYAM portal and even through the ministry, I must say that they have given the liberty to the universities that they can conduct their own examinations. So, now the procedure is very simple. You have an option, you open the portal, you select your courses, the student can adopt them, the university is conducting examinations. So, this is a very fluent system, and I am sure that our students will definitely love it.
Sure, ma'am. Ma'am, one more thing, it is a academic bank credit, because our university has also done a very tremendous work on that particular side. So, how does the ABC system help achieve NEP goal in vocational education?
Like you said that we can have this transfer of credits, ABC or the Academic Bank of Credits. I am very happy that our university has been doing very well. Not only we have been felicitated for a high score of ABC by the Ministry of Education, but our media center where we are sitting right now, they have made a wonderful promo also to attract students. So, I think that what is this facility? It is the transfer of credits. So, once our students, they become enrolled with this program with ABC, Academic Bank of Credits, it is just like a bank where you can store your credits. So, the students can also store their credits, and when they require for any other university, they can simply take out their credits and they can deposit it in another university. So, this is like for other courses, I would say there is no bar for vocational education. The students can still do that, just picking up the credits from one university and then just adding on to another university. So, it will definitely be beneficial.
Right. So, ma'am, what result do you expect for a student from vocational education in NEP 2020?
I think it is going to be very helpful for our country, because as I said that we have a high degree of unemployment. So, if we can propagate this vocational education right from the school level up to higher education, we would be removing this unemployment stress which our students are having, and they will be self-reliant. I feel that when a student takes its degrees from universities and they do not get any job, there is a lot of frustration, and I feel that the entire society, it is in a sort of confusion that our students, they are getting the degrees and they are not getting any jobs. But vocational education means job. So, it is not that after vocational education our student, they will not be doing anything. Either they can find jobs, or if they are good at it, they can even become job givers, not only job seekers, but job givers. So, I think that for a country like India, vocational education will definitely be very beneficial. And right now, like we are feeling that we are at a very low level. I gave you the figures in the beginning. At a low count of 5 to 6% of vocational education in our country, we will be able to compete with other countries as well. Like we are leading in many of the things, like in economy we have jumped from the 5th level to the 4th level. I do feel that in vocational education also, through our efforts and also through this video which we are having here today and trying to discuss some issues, we are simply trying to simplify this vocational education for our students, so that more and more students, they can be attracted towards vocational education.
Right, ma'am. So, ma'am, how will the policy ensure vocational education stay useful for local jobs and worldwide trends?
Well, local jobs are there, and sometimes we do not find people who can work in these local jobs. And if you remember, we also talked of lok jobs, that is those traditional jobs which are present in our country, but our students, they are not able to take up. So, through this vocational education, our local students who are not able to go out, they do not have funds or finances in their family, they are socio-economically they belong to the weaker sector. So, these students are more interested in getting jobs in their own city or in their own place where they are living.
Right.
So, this type of vocational education is going to provide them opportunities in their own place.
Right.
So, once they get job or they can do something on their own, it is definitely going to help them.
Right. So, ma'am, Niti Aayog has launched Vocal and Local initiative to promote grassroots entrepreneurship. Through this mission, can our country become self-reliant?
Definitely it can, and as it's not only a rhyme, vocal for local, but it has a meaning also, that many of the things are local and we are able to do them at our local level, even in the small villages. But a small villager who has the talent, he or she can do some profession, make some product, but he or she, when they are making the products, it is confined to their village only. Now, if they become vocal and tell that our product is very good, and they take out not only in the village, but they can move out to the cities as well. So, this is the concept of the Niti Aayog, that it is not only the local products which we are producing, but we have to be vocal for them. So, if you remember that now we are coming on the decline, but at one time the Chinese market, that is, we were importing many of the things from China, even the small lights or candles, everything. But now we are becoming gradually, due to this policy, for becoming vocal for local. We have started producing our own products, we are popularizing them, we are creating awareness, and through this now we are gradually not only going towards vocational education, but we are, in the true sense, we are becoming more Bharatiya.
Right, ma'am. So, ma'am, we are talking about the vocational education, and our university has done a very good job in your tenure. So, can you explain the various initiatives you have taken?
Let me focus on the initiatives which have been taken at Dr. Harisingh Gour University. In addition to what the government says, and we have to go in for vocational education, we are doing some efforts on this aspect also. Like we have started with skill enhancement courses, which are mandatory for all students. And here it is the odd semester, they have to take up skill enhancement courses, and we have a library of about 34 of these courses. So, they are mandatory for our student.
Right.
Any course our student might be studying, it may be arts, it may be commerce, it may be science, but our student has to take one of these courses in the odd semester. So, now he has some sort of skill. So, this has become mandatory in addition to all the courses. Second attempt which we are doing is through our community college. Our community college is entirely focused on skill based education, and here we are running 19 courses in this community college. We have a nodal officer there, and in addition to what we are doing here for our students or those who take admissions here, I am also very happy to share with our audience here that we started a novel practice, and we have a cantonment area here. We did an MOU with Mahar Regiment and the Agniveers who are only 12th pass and they are not able to go in for higher education. So, through these skill enhancement courses, they are able to improve their skills. So, in the first batch we had a little above 400 students, and in the latest batch we had about 822. This year we expect that they will cross 1000. So, this is a means to develop skill, because these Agniveers, they have got training from the army, but after 4 years I mean how to pursue higher education, how to do some job. So, the skill which they are acquiring here from our university, it would be sufficient for them to do anything in future. And in addition, also through our distance mode of education, we are trying to provide skill. So, these are some of the initiatives we have taken in Dr. Harisingh Gour Sagar University, because I feel that in addition to a degree which is being given by the university, each one of our student must also go or make his exit from this university with a skill in his or her hands.
Right, ma'am. I also add some more initiative you have taken in this university, because due to your initiative, at present in our campus there is an engineering college.
Right,
So,
right, right.
and there are so many branches in the engineering college. We have received so many calls from the Gujarat, like Amul, JK Foods. So they they just check the website and find that there is one degree that is a BTech in dairy product.
Right,
so
right.
they think that that students are available here. So definitely after sometimes whenever they may reach in the final semester, so definitely that particular person also get the opportunity for the jobs.
Right, I hope so, because I did not talk about the regular courses we have in addition to engineering. We have other courses also, like we have tourism, we have courses in pharmacy, which are all job oriented, in criminology. They are of course there, and they are vocational based.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for sharing your valuable insight, experience and vision, especially for the vocational education. And definitely with your initiative in the future, university will do a better in the vocational education, as well as we also working in a different direction like placement, as well as we have prepared the SOPs, and soon we will conduct a various orientation program. We will share that SOP to all the heads. So definitely we will do best to implement the NEP.
That's very nice, very nice, and it's just an appeal to all our students here that more and more of our students, they are attracted towards vocational education, because we have a lot of opportunities not only through this university but also through the Government of India.
Thank you once again.
Thank you. Namaskar.
Namaskar.